We back on Smoke Sports, and you already see who I'm with again.
What's going on, Smoke Dog?
You know,
we here.
Easy.
The people said they love the episode. Last episode was so nice. Had to do it twice, but we would come with our predictions for college football and week 15 of NFL football.
Gotta get right into it. You heard it. So we're gonna start off with championship week in college football. It's been a crazy year with all these cancellations. We gotta get right into it.
Postponed games,
Postponed games, crazy. So we're gonna start off with the first game. We're gonna talk about that Big 12 championship. Oklahoma State. Number 11 Oklahoma State versus number 7 I-State. Spencer Rattler, you know, he's a very short freshman. I think he played good this year, in my opinion. We starting off a little slow, but I mean, it was gonna take a while. You feel me? For him to pick it up. He had 24 touchdowns, passing, 7 interceptions, 2,512 passing yards. Solid, you know, for your first year on the field. On the other side, we got Brock Purdy. I like Brock Purdy. I think it's gonna be a good draft pick this year. They got a nice running back, Breece Hall, a little bit over 1,300 rushing yards. I think Breece Hall, for them to win. Honestly, I think I stay with him. You gonna think I win? I stay
I do believe that Iowa State is a complete team. They're a well-rounded team. Coach brought a lot of underrated players together. You know, that quarterback 15 Brock.
Yeah, he like that.
I feel like he's gonna do well in the NFL. I feel like he's a next level quarterback. Reads the coverage very well. So I do feel like it's gonna be battle of that defense.
Yeah, the defense.
Which quarterback can pull their team to the win?
Experience gonna come in though.
Oh yeah, definitely will.
Hey, give a little prediction. Mind you, they average. Oklahoma averages like a little bit under 500 yards. Iowa State averages about like 440.
Okay.
Y'all offensive yards. These are offensive yards too. So you think it's gonna be a high scoring game?
High scoring game for sure. My prediction will be 46-36.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oklahoma.
46. Yeah, 46-40. I'm gonna give them like a 6-point game. But yeah. And then Clemson, the ACC championship game. I'm really hyped for this game and the Bama game too. The Clemson, number 3 Clemson, they 9-1 versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame is obviously 10-0. They got that huge win against Clemson, but mind you that they had DJ in and they had Trevor Lawrence on the COVID list. Trevor Lawrence, I think that was a big factor, but at the same time, you've seen DJ. DJ is probably one of the best freshman quarterbacks in the country, if not. Cause I remember I watched him play in high school. I think they played St. John's. And who was a starting quarterback? It was some dude that was at Ohio State now, and he just came off the bench and won him the game. So for him to do what he did and step in for Trevor Lawrence, you good?
Yeah.
Now I get into that ACC championship game, a rematch from earlier on in this season. Number 3 Clemson, they 9-1. Number 2 Notre Dame, they 10-0. Ian Buck, a senior this year, he's having a phenomenal year. I like their running back, sophomore Kyron Williams out of St. Louis, Missouri, has a little bit over 1,000 yards rushing and 180 carries. Clemson, you know, Trevor Lawrence, but he didn't play the first matchup because he was on the COVID list, and they had the young freshman DJ in. And my opinion, that game could have went either way though, with him being in there or not. But I think the fact that he was in there, it kind of gave Notre Dame more confidence and more momentum in that game. So, and that score was 46-40. So do you think Trevor Lawrence being in this game, this is going to be like, I think it's his 3rd ACC championship game?
3rd or 4th?
Nah, it's third. Well, technically it's the 2nd because the year before, his freshman, it's his 3rd game because he did come in at the end. So this is the 3rd ACC championship game. You think his experience is going to outweigh Ian Book's experience and have them, you feel me, had that get back game?
Let me tell you about the kid, Trevor Lawrence. He's a phenomenal kid, okay? The man reads that defense like no other. He shreds the defense. He rips them apart, every defense he plays. So I won't have any questions on the offensive side of the ball. That defense, I love that linebacker core Clemson have. You know, they already ready to let loose, sideline to sideline. I love that defense. I just think Clemson runs away with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it to them. It's gonna be a close game at first, but the fact that they lost, they probably shouldn't have lost that game.
Right.
It's gonna probably win by 2 touchdowns. Probably won 2 touchdowns. So, what's your prediction like score-wise in that game?
Who they play?
No, Clemson Notre Dame. Clemson Notre Dame. What you think that score prediction?
Got you. I do think number 12 Notre Dame.
QB,
he puts up points, so it's definitely gonna be a high scoring game. But I do think Notre Dame defense in the secondary can get a little sloppy at times.
Yeah.
Get lazy, get caught lacking sometimes. So I do think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a nice little field day with that secondary back there. So I'm gonna go with a prediction of 40. We're gonna go 44-26.
44-26. I'm gonna give it like. I think Clemson might score 50. I say 50-35. 50-35. So, the best game, this is probably going to be the best out of all the conference championship games. I don't know, though. It might go one way. The SEC championship game, number 1 Bama versus number 6 Florida. Mind you, Florida lost one game. But Bama is playing like they played a couple years ago when they won their championship. You know it, bro.
Bama is looking like vintage old Bama. Ooh-wee.
So what do you think, how you like that matchup? What do you think that matchup is going to be based on, like, how is that matchup going to determine who wins?
That feisty Florida secondary. Oh, they feisty.
Yeah.
They're feisty.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do think Mac Jones. I do think he's gonna have to have a decent game, not a decent game, but a great game against that Florida secondary. He's gonna have to stay focused, stay calm and poised when he's in that pocket. I feel like if Bama, they have enough targets, so that's never an issue. So I feel like if Mac Jones gets his feel and comfortable in that pocket, then I feel like Alabama runs away with this one easy. Easy.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of fact they gotta get to Kyle. They gonna get to Kyle Trask, but they can't let Kyle Trask get 2, 3, 4, 5 sacks like in the first half, because you know that Bama always has a good defense. And, you know, they secondary. I like Patrick Surtain. He will be a top 10 draft pick in this. He might be the first corner off the board. I like Pat Surtain. They got DeMarco Hellams from the
Mather, nice kid, number 29,
playing good this year. But like that defense just flies.
They fly sideline to sideline.
Devontae Smith broke the record this year for receiving touchdowns. And Mac Jones I think Mac Jones is a surprise to a lot of people this year. I think he surprised me this year. But I seen him play a little bit last year. But the fact that from going to Tua to Mac Jones, I mean, a lot of people was like, oh, they should probably start the freshman Bryce Young. But Mac Jones been playing good. Najee Harris, 20 touchdowns in this year. And I already said Devontae Smith.
That young kid future is bright. I love Najee Harris. He just runs up and down the field. He finds a hole. He hits it, and he's all she wrote.
All she wrote. All right, so we're gonna jump into the Big Ten championship game. As of right now, you know, it's number 15 Northwestern's in there, but it's gonna be between, depending on what they're gonna do with Ohio State, we're gonna let them play. They're gonna, cause you know this year, well, period. This is how the Big Ten championship works. You gotta play 6 games to be eligible to play the championship. Right now, Ohio State has 5 games under their belt, 5-0. But Northwestern's already locking on that side, so it's gonna be met between Ohio State, Indiana. So, all right, scratch everything out. What if it's Northwestern or Ohio State? Who you taking?
Northwestern and Ohio State. Gotta go with Ohio State. I mean, Justin Fields. Justin Fields.
He's a problem.
And again, weapons all over the outside receivers. And
Garrett Wilson.
I do think Ohio State defense. They have their ups and downs on side. Yeah, and I do think that age and that maturity and that leadership on that defensive side of the ball has a huge effect. So I want to see how they come out in the spotlight under the lights in a big championship game.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping. I'm an Ohio State fan, so I'm hoping they get into the championship game because I want them to get. I mean, they already getting the respect they deserve, but they putting that like, oh, they only play 5 games, this, that, and the 4th. But I think if they get in there or not, they gonna still at least get that 4th spot because of their preseason ranking, and like Ohio State been so good this year.
Right.
And Justin Fields, they secondary. I mean, not they secondary. They're young. I like Sean Wade. Sean Wade had an okay year this year. But I mean, they gotta play more. I think if they would have played more than one game. I wanted to see them play more games into more good teams. Like they got that good win against Penn State. But then again, Penn State, they're not that good this year. So, I mean, we gonna see. And then we gonna go to the University of Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette game in Coastal Carolina.
They can put up some numbers.
I like how they fought with BYU. And mind you, BYU, you heard about that Zach Wilson kid? That Zach Wilson kid is phenomenal. He's going to be a top 10. If not, he don't be number 1. I think Trevor will be number 1. He's going to be a top 10, top 5 draft pick in the league. 6'3", 220, you can sling that ball around, you can run. And they actually held them to cool numbers. I mean, the score was like, 22-17, but Coastal Carolina, I like Coastal Carolina. They gonna play Louisiana Lafayette. They actually beat, who they beat last week? They beat Appalachian State. Appalachian State always has a great program. So I'm liking that matchup. And it's gonna be probably a high-scoring game. They quarterback, Grayson. What's his name, man? Grayson McCall, he's actually a freshman. 20 TDs on the year, 1 interception, 1,800 passing yards. He's nice. And then Levi Lewis, a senior on the other side of the ball, 17 touchdowns, seven interceptions, dual threat quarterback. That's gonna be a good game. I might actually tune into it because like they don't really get a lot of respect, from the Sun Belt League, the Mount Western League, Boise State, Pac-12 even, because they're not one of them big teams.
Right.
So that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see where that goes. You got any comments on that game? Who you think gonna win?
I do think Coastal Carolina gonna put up enough points where this game is gonna pretty much be out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it.
Again, I believe that's a high scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Good game, but I think Coastal Carolina wins by. We're gonna go a spread of minus 14.5.
I like it. I'm gonna say the same thing. All right, so the college football playoffs, it's only 4 teams. What 4 teams you think is going to be in there? And who's going to win it all?
Wow, our decision. Number 1, I'm going to go with Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, I have to go with Clemson. What Dabo is doing over there with that program is phenomenal. Nick Saban and Alabama. Never can rule them out. That's like betting against Brady. That's 1 and 2. Number 3, I have to go with Ohio State.
Great match.
Great program. And then at 4, I do think Notre Dame get it over Florida.
Yeah.
That Notre Dame just a next level team that's well rounded, and they just have that mentality and that dog in them. That I do think Notre Dame have a team that's well rounded, well coached, disciplined, and that will give them the edge for that last playoff spot.
Yeah, I like that top 4. My top 4, number 1, I think Bama's gonna be number 1 regardless because I don't know if they're gonna blow out Florida, but they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns at least. So I'm gonna get Bama number 1 because that defense playing nasty, and Mac Jones having a great year. Devontae Smith having a great year. Of course, Najee Harris having a great year too. I got number 1. I'm gonna take Clemson at number 2 because I think Clemson's gonna come get that win against Notre Dame, and Notre Dame's gonna get in there at number 3 just because they got 1 loss. I mean, they're one of the top 4 best teams in the nation. I'm gonna give Ohio State number 4 right there. But I don't know though. I'm gonna do something around. Nah, hold that thought. I'm gonna switch it around. I'm gonna give Ohio State number 3 and put Notre Dame 4 since they had that 1 loss. Ohio State has no loss. So I'm geeking to see that Clemson versus Ohio State rematch in the playoffs.
That's gonna be one.
Because I think they got robbed last year with that wild hit. They threw Sean Wade out the game, and that strip fumble, he stripped that fumble. They was getting strapped last year. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't think that was targeting. What you think?
Let's take a look at it. Smokey's clip. Let's run it.
Whoa. Bro, I mean, bro, I got you talking, but look though, bro, it's football, bro. Football got so soft nowadays, bro.
It did, but that he didn't intentionally do it, but that crown to the face mask is scary. We gotta protect our quarterbacks.
Football.
We gotta protect our quarterbacks at the end of the day. That targeting college rule is tough, but it's a targeting. But let's take a look at that strip fumble.
Oh, that's
Ross and the Cuda.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Cut that joint on. Smokey clip. Man, bruh, look at him strip the ball, bruh. He take like three, 4 steps.
Okay, that's 1, 2, and that's the football move.
Yeah, bro.
That's the football move.
It was 21-16. It would have went up. It would have went up by 1 and then got the field goal 23-21. That change. I think they scored that same drive too. They scored that same drive.
Wow. Yeah, that's a scoop and score.
Bro, that really hurt me because I'm really I was in Buffalo Wild Wings watching the game like, oh yeah, let's go. And then, bro, they talking about it's nothing.
Bad call on the officials, in my opinion. What
bro.
You got for me, Lex? Let's NFL predictions.
NFL predictions.
Week
Week 15,
NFL
bro. It's been crazy.
It's crazy. It's been a
bro.
crazy year.
A lot of teams is about to make the playoffs.
A lot of upsets. 2 weeks ago, the Redskins just upsets the Steelers.
Bro. I'm really not running around the house. You can ask. I'm really not running around the house, and it's crazy, bro. Cause I told my man, I said, bro, I'm at work with. I said, bro, I think we might. He said, bro, we gonna beat this. I said, bro, I think we might too, bro. Cause it's like the Steelers when they played the Rams last week, they only beat them by 5 without Lamar.
Right.
I'm like, they might.
It just seems like the energy for the Steelers haven't been there, and then they got a lot of key players just dropping left and right. Bud Dupree, get well soon, Bud. Tragic ACL tear in his knee.
Crazy.
It's just it's fatigue is wearing on him. I do feel like the spacing in between games since the Thanksgiving break it's taking a toll on him. I do see it. But I do wish the best for their season for sure. Mike Tomlin's doing a heck of a job.
Bro, he hasn't had a losing season since he
nothing under 500.
And he been since 2007, so that's like 13 years.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing under 500. No losing.
Best record 13-3. You doing a hell of a job, Mike.
Shout out. We're gonna go ahead and start right into a Thursday night game. Chargers, Raiders. Who you got? Mike Lynn, Anthony Lynn. Mm-hmm. It's almost his time. It's almost his time. He on the hot seat.
That Chargers defense is just not clicking. It's just not clicking. Justin Hubert, he's a rookie and he's put the team on his back.
Yeah, the best he can.
And he can't keep. As a rookie, he's throwing for 300 yards almost every game. I don't know how much more he can do as a rookie quarterback. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Raiders. They team
can't do nothing with Ruggs.
Gruden and that speedster Ruggs. Derek Carr, he can have shaky games, but I feel like if he get off to a hot start and the Raiders get going fast, I got the Raiders winning. I'm gonna take the score. We're gonna go 24-10.
24-10. Yeah, I say 31-10. I get my touchdown to 31-10. Yeah. Like I just said, Ruggs, nobody can do nothing with him. He too fast, bruh. Y'all see that? They almost let the Jets win, but that one play, the Jets D-coordinator got 5. The Jets D-coordinator got 5 for throwing the man.
They didn't fire the right person, Smoke. I feel like Adam Gase, when they hired him, he was high. He was high. Understand that? Yeah. But the way from what I'm saying, they don't know who he said he's calling the plays at halftime, and he's not calling the plays. Whoever is calling the plays is high. You know, that cover zero blitzes. I just don't. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I do understand. I think they was just. They tried everything they could all game against Derek Carr, and they said, forget about it. We just got to get at him. And they tried to get at him, and that speedster Ruggs just hit him with the end round. I don't know why Lamar Jackson. Then he make Lamar Jackson look bad. I'm sorry for number 8 Lamar Jackson, but number 24 Lamar Jackson. You know, he hit him with an end move. Why would you bite on the end move and it's 0 seconds left?
And I'm still talking about that.
I don't know. But I salute the Raiders. So my score 24-10 Raiders. That's how I like. Next game, let's go.
Bills and Broncos.
Bills and Broncos. Josh Allen and Sean McDermott and Diggs. Singletary.
Shout out Diggs, hometown
hero, straight out of good counsel.
Best route runner in the league, bro. And it's crazy because if you seen he crossed over on one route when he was playing the Vikings, he was like behind his back.
And he said in the interview, actually, he said when he think of his cuts, he think of it as Allen Iverson crossover. So I did hear him say that in the interview. So I definitely see the resemblance of the basketball crossover and his route running. It's crisp. Besides Devontae Adams, I don't know who does it better. I don't know who does. Actually, put in the comments below who you think is a better route runner, Devontae Adams or Stephon Diggs. Just drop it down in the comment section below.
Clip some of these routes, bro. Look at it.
Let's go.
Look at that.
Devontae Adams. And let's take a look at Diggs.
As a DB, like, bro, it's kind of hard to guard that because you can take away the inside, but at the same time, bro,
that is just.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. They gonna blow him out, bro.
Yeah, that's just a cakewalk.
41-15.
John Elway seems to be having trouble finding a quarterback almost since Tim Tebow era. Believe it or not, Peyton Manning came and knocked on his door, said I need a job opportunity because he got the boot from the Colts. And I just feel like they gave Tim Tebow the boot and said, here, Peyton, you know. And after Peyton left, it's just been downhill. They've been through like 8-9 quarterbacks, I believe.
I don't even know.
But Drew Lock, I was a fan of him in Mizzou. I just feel like he's a system quarterback. You gotta find the system that fits him. His potential is through the roof. I love his athleticism. He's a play action passer. So it's just the Broncos just can't seem to get enough run going to fool the opponent defense. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the score. I'm gonna take it there 36-6.
That's cool. All right. Jets and Rams. The Jets get this one. But nah, the Rams get it. It's just going under, not undefeated.
You tell me who calling the plays.
I don't know. I don't know who calling it.
Fly.
I don't know who calling the plays, bro.
I feel sorry for Trevor Lawrence. Let me just say that. I feel sorry for you, Trevor.
Trevor Lawrence, you better do what who did. You better do what somebody did.
Eli Manning. You better pull a damn Eli Manning.
You better be like, I ain't going to the Jets, bro. Because they over, bro.
It's ridiculous. No, they don't get their first one. Let me just say that. Who they playing? Rams.
Jay Ryan.
Sam Darnold. That defense. I think Aaron Donald leaves that game. We're gonna take a bold prediction of 3 sacks. Jalen Ramsey. I do believe he will have an interception. I think that game would get out of hand. Jared Goff and Sean McVay get clicking early on, and they get that running game with them young running backs, Cam Akers and Henderson. You know, if they get them going, that game would get out of hand very, very fast. So I'm gonna take a score prediction of 36-0.
Nah, that's cool. That's cool right there. 30. Nah, 41. I'm gonna get 41 on that. They just being disrespectful. Don't put 42 up there. 42-0.
I just don't think the Jets get a chance to score on that Rams defense. Nothing.
All right. Patriots and the Dolphins. Mind you, Patriots, they've been getting it together the past couple games. Right? Yeah, it's a division game too.
AFC East.
Yeah.
Division game. Belichick is not letting up. He do believe that his Patriots with Cam Newton can go to the playoffs, but the thing with that Patriots team with Belichick is like as every week go, they piece and put together different schemes that I feel like he gonna get at the rookie quarterback Tua. Tua just gonna have to step it up and outplay and outsmart Belichick. I'm pretty sure they can do that. They have a young team. They can do some different things out the playbook, you know. So I'm gonna take the Dolphins on this. I don't know if it's an upset or not. I haven't checked the spread for this game yet.
Upset. Spread. Look at the spread. I'm looking at the spread. Let's say Dolphins 2.5 right now.
With plus or minus?
Plus.
Yeah.
No. Dolphins minus 2.5.
Okay, so that sounds about right. So I'm gonna take the score 17-14. I feel like it's gonna come down to a fourth quarter field goal, and we're gonna have to look at one of them crime means of Cam Newton again.
Matter of fact, let's look at one of them crime means. Man.
Crazy.
All right,
next game. Let's get to the next game.
Next game, Chiefs and Saints. Chiefs and Saints.
It's a matter of time before Drew Brees come back.
Bro, he's still hurt. I don't think he'll be back.
I don't think he'll be back no time soon.
Bro, they need to get rid of not get rid of. They need to just get the brother. Nah, Saints and Chiefs. They need to get the brother. The brother Jameis Winston some time. Like, he got more experience than Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is 30 years old, and Jameis. I feel like Jameis and Sean be cool.
No, I feel like their connection isn't there. Their bonds, their trust isn't. The trust isn't there. What's their coach name? Sean who?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. I feel like the trust, he doesn't trust. He's still stuck on what he know his players can do. He been working with, you know, the Taysom Hill guy for a while.
They signed him like 2 years, like $15 million.
Right. So he know what he's capable of to do and do not. With Jameis Winston, he's just unpredictable. You know, he can sling that rock all up and down the field, but he's.
Well, that's it on Chop and Smoke. We got more content coming soon. Anything you want to say to the people?
Stay black. Keep your mask on. Black Lives Matter. Just kidding. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Smoke Sport. Remember, we left a comment. We'll be giving a prize to the a random subscriber that commented down who route running is better. So go ahead, drop y'all comments below. You'll get a Smoke Sport shirt with Chop Weezy autograph on it. You know. So just be on the lookout for that.
Appreciate you, Chop Weezy.
Hey, it was a pleasure, Smoke. It was a pleasure.
You know, y'all know the rest. Go ahead, subscribe. We out. Smoke Sports Network. We on.
She told me I'm lit when she pulled out them bands. Them dead presidents all stuffed in my pants. If you trying to get rich, just stick to the plan. You trying to get rich, just stick to the